people don't. I remove it because I believe that that perm solution is soaked up into it, and I could rinse until tomorrow and it would never be rinsed. So I remove it. Get them back here in the bowl. And she lost her dress again. Get your water. What kind of water do you rinse with? And what water pressure? Gentle. Because what's happened right now, all those disulfide bonds are all rearranged, right? And so until we put the neutralizer on, it's very fragile, very easy to break the hair. So you've got to be kind and gentle with it at this point. So we're going to rinse for a full 5 minutes. Set your timer. Make sure you get up under there. Cover their ears up like this. You'll have a towel. Your towel will not have fallen off. If it does, put it back on. Put your towel up over their ears. And sometimes you have to say, can you lift your head just a little bit to get the bottom? Sometimes they lift it too much and they get drenching wet. But make sure you get the bottom. Make sure you get the sides. Make sure you get the top. Even this side. Well, I wish I could do a cline like this. That would be awesome. With clines, usually you're doing this. Can you lift your head just a little, you know, and they'll lift it way up. You just want to lift a little. I still do a few perms, not anything like what I did in the early 80s, but they'll come back. Watch.
It's cool water, right?
It's warm.
Water warm.
The only time you use cool water is when you're trying to get the bleach. So fast forward, it's been 5 minutes. Okay. And she hadn't lost her dress. Her dress is back on her. So you're going to take another towel and you're going to towel blot this hair. Meaning you're going to try to soak some of the water up. And most of the time you'll have to use 2 towels because, unless it's really short thin hair or something. And there's also a method that you can use when you're doing very thick or long hair or even resistant hair. At this point you can set them under a heated dryer for 5 up to 20 minutes to get some of the moisture out of the hair. Because if you apply that neutralizer and you still have too much water in the hair, it's going to dilute the neutralizer. You're going to have a weak curl and you're going to be redoing a perm for free. And don't nobody want that. So always make sure you got all the moisture out of the hair. So what I do is I make a little pillow for my ladies to lay on. Well, one thing, it's uncomfortable if you don't. Another thing, if you lay them straight back on this towel with the neutralizer, what do you think is going to happen to the neutralizer?
Get soaked up by the towel.
It's going to get soaked up by the towel. And then you're going to have straight nape. And that little Mary Lou or whatever her name is going to make you redo that perm next week and you ain't going to get paid again. So you don't want to do that. Okay, what happened to my pretend neutralizer? Okay, so take your pretend neutralizer, maybe your real neutralizer would be better, and have them set up for this part till you get the back done. Ooh, this bottle is bad. So do the back and then lead them back. Same way you put the front on, or put the solution on. When you get to the sides, cover their ears up. Make sure you got it all saturated. Make sure your client is as comfortable as possible because now they got their little pillow, their little plastic pillow. And then you wait 5 minutes. Always 5 minutes on the neutralizer. That's the magic number. Some manufacturers say at the end of 5 minutes to rinse the hair and take the rods out. And you're done. You never shampoo after a perm. Some manufacturers say rinse on the rod, take the rods out, and you're done. Some will say rinse a couple of minutes, take the rods out, add the rest of your neutralizer, and rinse some more. Normally what I do, just because I found it to kind of be the best method for me, is at the end of the 5 minutes, I'll take it and I'll rinse a bit, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Then I'll take the rods out and rinse some more, just to be sure that I've got it out of there. Now, on longer hair, do you really think you're getting it all rinsed? I don't either. So, on longer hair, what I'll do is I'll take the rods out and I'll save back a little bit of my neutralizer, And while the rods are out, and before I've done my final rinse, I'll just run that neutralizer through the hair and rinse it. But follow the manufacturer's instructions on that part. So at the end of it all, take your rods out. She's kind of got to set her head up a little bit for that. So and if you'll pull them out like this and pull the end paper out as you take the rod out, you won't be having to spend time when you're done trying to get your mess cleaned up. So just do like this, just grab the end of the rods and do it as you go. So when you've got them all out and you follow the manufacturer's instructions, just rinse her very well and do not shampoo it. She cannot shampoo for 48 hours. So does that answer any questions anyone might have about how you do a real perm? And please don't tell those poor little ladies you ain't never done a real perm before. Please don't tell them that. Fake it till you make it, right? Do y'all have any questions? Okay, that is all I wanted to show you today. But remember about your perm contest. Anybody got any questions about that?
When is it?
19th. And next Monday, your test will be over chapter 20, and it isn't going to be easy.
Are we taking our final next Monday?
No,
too, or
your
is it-
final's the 19th. And also next Monday, your homework is all due. If you have it, you can give it to me, and I'll go ahead and get it graded. It's just whatever. I mean, just in case, you know, if I get bored or something. So, do y'all have any more questions about this at all? Okay, that's really all I wanted to show you today, because a lot of times I get a student out on the floor and they're like, "What do we do?" So now you know what to do, right? Okay, thank you.